going on, guys? How's everybody doing today? It's Gunner from Double Clutch Productions, and today we're going to be fixing up my baby, the old Mustang. She's hurting right now. Poor girl. She's not feeling too well. So for about the past couple months, there's been this loud ticking noise going on from the engine bay, and you know, I thought, hey, it's that notorious coyote tick that these 5.0s always have. So looked into it a bit more, and I couldn't find a solution. But I took it to a dealership, and they got the system all hooked up to a computer, and actually found that the number 6 injector was not working at all at idle. And so that was causing the fuel trims to be a little imbalanced, and that was what was generating the obnoxiously loud ticking noise that was coming from the exhaust. So it started up by the engine as like a little small tick, and then pretty much, since I have only mufflers, don't have cats, don't have resonators, only the Corsa Extreme mufflers, it just amplified it. Back here at the back of the car, it sounded obnoxious. So the problem is I only needed one injector, and it was a Ford Racing 47-pound injector, and those can't be bought individually. They can only be bought as a set of 8. So what I had to do was track down a used set, and I did. And so now they're here, and I'm going to swap out that number 6 injector. Kind of bummed that I couldn't buy an individual injector, but that means I'll just have 7 extras in case this happens again. So even though it's in an Injector Dynamics box, it's still Ford Racing 47-pound injectors, and they'll work. They're in good shape. So we're going to get that switched out. So what we're going to do today is just get that injector replaced, get you guys a time lapse of the whole process, and then I'll start her up. Hopefully the loud ticking is fixed. The injector got worse and worse over time, so actually my startups, my cold starts, they would be good for about 10 seconds, and then it would fluctuate from 1,000 RPM to 600, and it would just sound horrible. So I'll be able to tell if the injector is actually the problem because my cold starts will be fixed. So with that being said, let's swap this injector out. So if you guys actually haven't changed injectors before, it's a pretty easy process. The only thing you have to do on a Coyote specifically is just pop off the intake cover, unbolt these 4 fuel rail bolts, move some of the coolant hoses out of the way, pop the fuel rail out, and then you can access the fuel injectors. That'll be an easy swap. So let's get to it. Alright guys, well I hit a little bit of a roadblock actually. I was actually sent the wrong injectors. They turned out to be stock injectors. The guy did refund my money, so everything's totally fine. So I went ahead and I reinstalled the faulty injector back into the fuel rail, and the car's been sitting for over a week, so I needed to drive it anyway to get the water out of the fuel system since it's on E85, and also because the compound on the tires is aggressive. They tend to flat spot when it sits too long. So the injector would only not work at idle, and so I just started the car, backed out of the driveway, did not let it calm down on the idle. Went for a drive, and I was sitting at a stoplight, and actually there was no tick. The idle was completely smooth, which means the injector is working now. It's something crazy going on with this thing. It's bipolar, but I'll take it. I won't have to worry about getting a new set of injectors until it happens again, if it does. Yeah, that's what happened today, and well, a little bit of frustration, but the car still works. So, she's all good. And she's warm right now. I mean, the engine is warm, so I'll go ahead and start it up for you guys. It has stock headers, an off-road X-pipe, no resonators, and Corsa Extreme axle backs. So it's a pretty loud Mustang. So I'll go ahead and start it up for you guys. noisiest tick. I mean, it sounded like you were knocking on something, like metal on metal contact. But it doesn't sound like it's ticking now. So for the time being, the Mustang is okay. There's nothing wrong with it right now. I'm sure something will happen next week. It always does. And we'll end the video right here. If this is your first time dropping in, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We all appreciate your views. And we will see you again on the next upload, guys. Have a great day.